not always as easy as it sounds. All the professionals in the world, and they're going to tell you it's important to make time for yourself. Don't lose your soul. By the time that kids and work and your relationships, your family, all these important things in your life, they take time, and it's so easy to put your own soul on the back burner. This morning the kiddos had an event at school, and I decided to take the day off. I hopped on the bike, and I really didn't know where I was going to end up. I just knew that I wanted to go see some colors, and who knows, maybe find something epic.
We're out here in Sisters right now, between Sisters and Camp Sherman. I think that we're gonna head up and maybe we'll jump on the BDR at some point here. But wanted to stop and get some pictures of those aspens over there. Man, they just look awesome. So had to stop, had to use the high-tech restroom facility there, and with that, I think now we're gonna get the heck out of here, head to Detroit, grab some gas, and then maybe work our way towards Mount Hood. Where am I? I don't think that's a motorcycle trail. Yep, definitely not a motorcycle trail. Yikes. Beautiful day today. It's been pretty cloudy, and there's been a lot of weather lately coming through. Whoop. Yep, that's not how you're supposed to do that. Tenere used to be so green a handful of years back. Those fires came through here, completely changed everything. It's wild. I still remember when it was just nice, thick green forest. And we have made it to Detroit. Let's get some gasola. This used to be a whole store right here. Not anymore. We're open. Doesn't look like it. Oh, that's pretty looking up there. That's great. Alright, we're gonna go. It looks like we have missed our little window of getting up to Mount Hood and some decent weather here. Unfortunately, just pulled up the webcams there and it is very wet, so I think no matter what, we're going to be getting a little wet ourselves today.
We have this book on the shelf in our bathroom, and I'll admit I've never read it, but it's something along the lines of there's no such thing as bad weather. I always think about that in moments like this. It's not bad weather. It's just different.
It's looking awfully pretty out here right now. Here's that color we were looking for. Well, this is some great cascade fall. Wow. That's a great view. Down to the fog, here we go. And by the time that I post this, it's gonna look like I cranked up the saturation in here, but I promise, these colors are crazy. This is awesome. Oh, and a fork in the road. Which way do we go?
I think it's worth mentioning that this section of the BDR is a dream come true for all those folks out there who don't have GPS and just love spending hours of their day finding out where the heck they are.
We stay right straight. Whoops. This is definitely one of those places where I really wish that I had one of those mounts for up here, because I'm just kind of guessing that, that I'm going the right way right now. Wow, that looks really pretty. It would be nice to be able to just glance down and confirm that I'm actually where I think I am. It seems like there's also a lot of lefts and rights, that you're not just on the same road for a long time, it doesn't look like. Whoop, here's a fork in the road, no doubt about that. Well, for a section where I was expecting to get pretty darn wet, this has turned out to be awesome. Oh, what do we got here? We got a fork in the road. I can't see it on here, but you can tell right up ahead from us, that's Mount Jefferson up there. Man, it's up in the clouds. If those clouds weren't there, that would be one heck of a view right now. Huh. I think I know where we are. Right. Okay, yes. Well, I think it's safe to say that this section of the Oregon BDR isn't not really much to it. I feel like I've done a fair amount of gravel roads here. I'm just kind of inside these trees a lot, so this hasn't even really been a heck of a lot of views. I think I kind of expected that anyways, but well, if you're gonna do the sections, I guess you gotta do the sections. So yeah, not necessarily the same dirt that I'm used to doing a lot, but you know, whatever. It's a day out on the bike and still hanging out in the mountains, so we'll take it. Come up on a intersection where we gotta go left or right, so I'll pull out the map at that point and see where we go. Alright, so where you get to that part for Olali Lake, you do not go that way. Gotta say, even though this route hasn't really been challenging or packed with a whole bunch of excitement, the moments where you have been able to see the views out there and get a good, you know, just see for a long time out there, it really does give you a great idea of like that, the true Cascade experience there. Feels almost like you're back in the Rockies or something, with just the back to back to back to back, just mountains coming up out of the ground. Really pretty. Cool. Alright, pretty sure this is the road that I was supposed to be on here. Man, that forest in there is so thick. Barely see 3 feet into it in half the spots. I'm glad I just stopped to check it there, because I was dead set on going straight, and I said, no, just check the map. I would have gone blind right, blowing right by this place. Check the map. I couldn't imagine doing this with a paper map. Even with the digital map, I missed a turn. Pretty cool in here though. There's no doubt that I found some of those fall colors I was looking for. It's starting to get late in the day. I'm getting a little nervous. I kind of wanted to be on the road, heading back to Bend by now. Got a fork in the road. Which way? Said it before and I'll say it again. One of the greatest things about motorcycles is just how fast you can move through these areas. Thank you, sir. How much more land you can cover, I should say, on a motorcycle than you can when you're in a vehicle. Wow. It is like just bouncing, color bouncing off of everything right now. Holy moly. You need to drive down the road for a minute first. Pretty.
We watch all these films of these epic landscapes, and it's exciting, and the whole thing is just this amazing adventure. And although this section wasn't necessarily full of these crazy moments around every corner, I couldn't help but feel that coming up to this little section here was almost nature's little way of saying, hey, thanks for sticking with me. I want to show you something.
Almost just drove past this one. This certainly is a tricky tricky route here. Okay, we got another fork in the road, and I'm gonna assume we're staying straight. Yeah, that definitely doesn't seem like it, but the ground, this dirt is just smooth, damp. Wow, this is awesome. I think those are more of those larches. Wow, those will be looking cool in a month. But I'm also willing to bet there's gonna be snow out here in a month. When I stopped in Detroit, I pulled up the cameras and it was socked in. But then it's been so nice out that I was thinking that that maybe I should have stepped on it a little bit more. Gotten up there anyways and got the views, because it was so sunny out. But you can see that you can see now that over there it's just it is socked in. Wow, that's pretty. Well, coming up here soon, this route will end up spitting us out there on whatever that highway is. It takes you from Central Oregon over to Mount Hood. What do we got here? It goes left, but I've been wrong before. Yep, that left really is right here. Okay. Oh, and it's paved. Well, what I was saying was that this stuff's going to shoot you out on that highway that goes from Central Oregon over to Mount Hood. And at that point, at the end of the route, it's only a few miles down the highway there. It's going to be at Government Camp. I think that's where it terminates. There's not really any need for me to do that today because there's nothing to see there. And we drive that highway all the time, so there's not really any benefit to just driving over there when the sun is going down like this and everything's all socked in. There's nothing to see. I'm just going to get cold and wet and that much later for getting my butt back home. So I think that I'm going to take this up to the highway there once it gets past Clear Lake and turn right, point this bad boy back towards Bend, and call it a wrap. A successful day on the bike in the bag. Here we go.
It's funny how even a day where you think that nothing really exciting happened, you got lost for half the afternoon. You'd think that this was a bad day, and I just love how days like this, you can have all of these moments, and you'll always still look back at it and just always think, man, it was a great day.